stop practicing to try to overcome public speaking anxiety. I'm talking about, yes, public speaking anxiety in presentations or in meetings on Zoom. The thing is, practicing is the most slowest and ineffective way to try to beat public speaking anxiety. And in this video, I'm going to show you two of the biggest reasons why, if you keep on practicing, if you keep on trying to speak as much as often as possible, that is keeping you in the speaking anxiety loop over and over and over and over again. Reason number one, when you just practice and try to speak as often as you can, you are just not really addressing what's causing the speaking anxiety in the first place. And you're going into sidetrack land. Let me explain more of what I mean behind all of this. There is a famous brain scientist from Harvard. Her name is Dr. Jill Taylor, and she's also Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People. And she said, your emotions only last for 90 seconds. Yes, that's right. Your emotions only last for 90 seconds. That means when we have anxiety, the chemicals, the hormones, adrenaline, cortisol in our body gets released, and it can take 90 seconds for that to dissipate. Kind of like if you're watching Netflix or a movie, you can be happy, sad, scared, angry throughout, but it doesn't stay attached, right? So the question is, why does it feel like our anxiety gets looped or stays there forever, over and over and over again? That's because our thoughts creates our emotions. So the question is no longer how do we get rid of our emotions, it's how do we think what do we think that's causing the emotion in the first place. Now, going back to practice and speaking as often as possible, when you practice and you just speak up as much as possible, you're not addressing how you're thinking in the first place. So that means when you go into the speaking situation, you're thinking the same way over and over and over again. And you're just going into sidetrack land. You know, thoughts like, oh, if my voice trembles, then people will see that I'm a nervous wreck, and then I'll lose my reputation. If I don't know how to answer a question, I'm gonna look like a fool, and people will not respect me. If my mind will go blank, people will think I'm a horrible speaker, and everything is gonna go down the hill. As some examples, okay? So what we need to do is start to address how we're thinking to solve the question, how do we overcome our public speaking anxiety? I've created a free masterclass on public speaking anxiety that will address exactly what we're talking about. We'll go a little bit more in depth. You can click the link below to start registering for that training. But let me go on to reason number two. But reason number two really answers this question. Well then, Kit, why is it that so many people are saying, just go practice, and you'll get better as a speaker, you'll feel more comfortable, you'll feel more confident? Reason number two, okay? Whatever you resist will persist. Let me break this down, okay? So most people, they come and they say, make me so good that I will never be nervous. Make me so good that my voice will never tremble. Make me so good that I'll never blank out, I'll never stumble, I'll never mess up, okay? The thing is, because we never want these things to happen, they keep on happening again. And we think about them subconsciously. So whatever you resist will persist. It's kind of like saying, don't think of a pink elephant, don't think of a pink elephant, and the only thing you think about is the pink elephant. And that's on the top of your mind. So the thing is then, why is it that when some people practice, and they practice 1,000 times, why do they get better and why do they feel more comfortable? That's because if they practice 1,000 times, out of that 1,000 times, maybe 100 times, their voice actually trembled. They got nervous. The thing that they don't want to happen happened. And they start realizing through experience, when my voice trembled, people still loved what I was talking about. It had no effect on what it did. Oh, when people saw me nervous, it had no effect. So let me share with you one of my favorite quotes. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. You see, the flaw is most people do this. They say, I'm gonna go into that event, I'm gonna be so crystal good, people won't see me nervous, they won't ever see me mess up. And because those things never happen, that's why we stay in the speaking anxiety loop over and over and over and over again. So the thing is, the more you try to go out there and never show that you're nervous, what you're saying is that we're not okay showing people that we're nervous, showing people our voice trembling, showing all of these things. Now, I go actually a lot more in depth into what I'm talking about. This is just the start of this in the free masterclass on how to beat public speaking anxiety for good. We're going to be talking about why we have public speaking anxiety, the 3 main philosophies to break free from public speaking anxiety, and the exact game plan of what you need to do step by step, okay? Everything that you're going to be learning has been battle tested with folks in ASIGs, HubSpot, Remax, the US Coast Guards, and a lot more. You can go click the link below and start registering for this training, and I will see you there, and let's start breaking free from public speaking anxiety.